The first major topic that I'm truly interested in and that I think about a lot is the roles that society has actually said are set for men and women. Now, one of my fears of this is that I will come across as sexist, and in no way, shape, or form am I. I believe 100% in the feminist movement and equality, but I truly believe in equality amongst everyone. Whether there's a right or wrong to it, I think that no necessarily exceptions should be made in any situation, male, female, white, black, whatever the situation may be. And interestingly enough, I think that's what's happened, is that the roles of women over the last 15, 20 years have changed significantly, and in my opinion, yes, for the better. And I think that in society they have redefined their roles of who they can be and what they can do and the things that they can actually achieve. And what has happened is, as these roles have been redefined and so much information has been put out there, that no roles have actually then been redefined for, okay, where do men sit within this category? What is it that as a man I am allowed to say and I'm not allowed to say? What am I allowed to do? What am I not allowed to do? And one of the most common things that I talk about all the time is a few months ago I tried to open a door for a woman, and it was actually going into a mall. And when I went to open the door, she looked at me and said, "I can do that." And it took such a big, I was so struck by it, because I went, well, am I supposed to open the door then? Am I supposed to try to be a man and be chivalrous and everything else? Or should I let her do it herself, because that's what makes her feel independent? And without a redefinition of what these things actually are and where as a man can I actually stand, I think that we tend to sit in a loss. I see it quite a lot in teaching, because of it is truly a archaic role dancing of the man is the man and the woman is the woman, and he has to be confident and he has to be able to lead, and with that confidence comes the ability to learn and the ability to try and screw up and make mistakes, and what ends up happening is he's so afraid of leading in a situation where he might offend his partner, where he might, influence the person that he cares about in a bad way, that in the end, she always usually ends up backleading, or she always ends up saying, this is how it goes. And what happens is that he never then truly takes responsibility for something, therefore never truly actually learning it. And that's where I find it to be incredibly sad, is that the amount of times I see people in situations where I say, screw up, and screw up and try again, and screw up again and try again, and eventually you'll actually learn. But if you're so afraid of your position within society that you actually can't be open enough to screw up and try, I think that it's sad. I really do think it's sad. And what really inspired me was to do all this, was that when I finally did see that man who did try and did screw up, and saw the wife that was incredibly hard on him change to, wow, that's incredible, you actually got it, and realize that by letting him make that mistake, she actually let him learn, as opposed to by letting him, not letting him make that mistake and taking over for him, he never actually learned. Therefore, he never actually was able to be a man. And I don't want that anymore. I don't want to see that. I don't want to be put in that position. And that's something that I think we do really, really need to look at as a society to change. Because if we don't, I don't think there will ever be true equality. I don't think there will ever be the opportunity for men and for women to actually work as one together. And if I could sort of create any goal of this, that's what I would like to achieve, is the ability to create true equality.